Hello, everybody. I'm Jan Walmsley, and I'm here with Danielle Garrett from Brighton and Hove Speak Out. And we're here to talk about the article we wrote together, 50 years of speaking up towards an important history. And the way we're going to do it, Danielle's going to ask me a few questions, and then I will ask her a few questions.
Why did you and Ian start this piece of work, of research?
Well, Ian Davis is a very experienced self-advocate. He's been a self-advocate since 1990, and he was very aware, as was I, that his memories and those of people he'd known for years were not recorded anywhere. And people are getting older. They're not going to live forever. Their memories might not be very good. So it seemed like an important thing to interview them about the early history of self-advocacy. And that's what the article is about, the history of self-advocacy over the last 50 years, because like the journal, self-advocacy is 50 years old. The first speaking up event was in 1972.
What did you find out that you did not know before?
I think the thing that stood out for me, Danielle, was that in the 1970s, when this all started, speaking up was very much fostered by professionals like Paul Williams and Anne Shearer. And they saw it as participation. They saw it as bringing professionals and people with learning disabilities together, exchanging thoughts and ideas, building up relationships. But once you got into the 80s, self-advocacy is very much about speaking up for myself. It wasn't about speaking with professionals. It was actually just asserting my rights as a person with a learning disability. And I think that was something I hadn't really appreciated until I did the interviews. There's a lot more. Another thing was the failure to start in England People First. How and why did you get involved, Danielle?
Emily spoke to Jan, and Jan asked her if she knew anyone that would be involved with the research, as Ian was ill. And Emily asked me, and I was really up for it, as I was starting to do the interviews already.
What was your role in the research, Danielle?
My role was interviewing people and asking them questions, what Ian and Jan wrote already.
Why do you, as a young self-advocate, think it's important that we record this history?
I think it's important because young people won't understand the history, what people have gone through. And as I mentioned before, the institutions and how tough life was for them back in the day.
Thank you, Danielle. And I'd like to put on record my gratitude to Danielle, who wasn't paid for any of this work and has been an absolutely fantastic person to work with. So thank you, Danielle.
Thank you.